camera action, let's shine tonight. Big dreams, big names, and the vibe feels right. We talk passion, purpose, power, and goals. Stories you ain't never been told. It's the Demia Avery Show.
Hey, everybody, this is Demia Avery with the Demia Avery Show. Welcome to the second season of the show. I'm so excited and kicking it off. We have such a special guest. I feel like this is so crazy because I've actually known him, but not known him. But we'll talk more about that later. But he is an artist who is balancing college life, pre-med studies, and a rising music career with a message rooted in purpose and faith. He's a Christian rapper with a fresh sound, real lyrics, and a vision that's already resonating with a lot of people. You've heard tracks like It Was Me and Since 18. And today we have learned more about the story. We're going to learn more about the story, the journey, and the man behind the music. Family, help me welcome Shamizee. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. I'm glad to be here. Good to be here. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm glad to. Now I have to tell a little bit of the story. I've known his father, um, Shannon. So I just want to say shout out to Shannon,
Good
for a
pop.
very long time. And I'm not gonna go and tell how many years ago that was, but it's that many years ago. So, does your father manage your career?
Yes, ma'am. That's my dadager. My dadager. Yes, ma'am. He doing all the
Awesome.
behind the scenes work.
Oh, that is so awesome. So I feel like this is full circle here, and I'm just so excited. And when I heard that you were doing music, I was like, okay, this is awesome. And I listened to, your tracks and everything. I said, well, okay, we got to have him on the show. We got to have him on the show.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So for anyone meeting you for the first time, just tell me, who is Shamizee when the mic is off. I want to know who you are now and who you are when that mic goes off.
All right. So Shamizee without the mic. I'm Shamar, Washington.
Mm.
22 years old, born and raised in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And as of right now, I attend the Morehouse College. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I'm studying to be a physician's assistant. I'm a biology major,
Hmm.
and I'm all about Christ. I'm all about God. God just saved
Yeah.
me from things that I can't even begin to explain, and so I feel like it's
Wow.
only right for me to give back by using my gift that He gave me, which is right.
Yeah, now you could have easily just not have done the Christian rap thing. You could have just done the rap thing. Was that your choice? You like, okay, I'm doing Christian rap. Was that a hard choice for you at all?
It was not a hard choice at all because when I first started rapping, like when I first started writing my own music, I was 14 years old
Mm.
and I was rapping about everything but Christ. So I
Yeah.
was rapping crazy words. And then like I don't know, like as I just grew up and I grew closer to God and like crazier testimonies started happening, like things where I just couldn't ignore no more. That's just
Yeah.
like, oh, life is about me. Like I couldn't continue that mindset just with how
Mm.
my life was going. And
Yeah.
so when it came to rapping about God, it was an easy decision because as I kept on rapping about the world, it just sounded like it was respectfully just sounded corny to me. Like I wasn't living the life that I was rapping about anyways. Like
Yeah.
so when I rap about God, it just
Hmm.
feels more genuine because it's real life stuff. And so
Yeah.
that's why I rap about God because he real. And so
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna rap real.
I love it. I love it. Now, you're a Christian rapper, college student, pre-med. How in the world do you find the time to do your artistry as well? Because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, and I'm not gonna lie. During the school semester, I put it on the back burner. But whenever I got like Thanksgiving break coming up, I'm about to write a few songs during Thanksgiving break, winter break, summer break. That's when I'm really on my music grind. And my dad says this quote. He says, "If what you do for work, for if you love what you do for work, you'll
Yeah.
never work a day in your life." And so it's not
Mm.
really work for real because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy taking time out of my day to write a song or head to the studio or something like that. That's fun to do. So I don't really see it as like a work.
Now, I heard you say around the time you were 14, did you discover that, like, when did you discover that you had a gift for it? Because that's one thing to just be writing and stuff, but did people come up to you and be like, yo, that's hot what you wrote, or is it something that you said, okay, I think I can do, you know?
Uh, so when I was like 14, I started writing. Like it was just lunch cafeteria stuff. Like it was nothing too crazy. But when I dropped my first album at 18, and it was my gospel album, it was called Watchmen.
Hmm.
And like when people started listening to that, I started sharing it with my friends at school, friends at work, all that stuff. That's when it was like, oh, it's not like he's actually writing. He actually doing something crazy. Cause I really don't talk about my music that much. Like I don't like it feels like braggy. Like, oh, I made
I
music. Oh, I made
understand.
music. And like to people who aren't asking, so I don't really do that. But like if music, the conversation of music comes up, I'll drop that I'll make music. They'll listen to it and then they'll be like, oh, it's not like these are kind of hard. Like
Yeah,
especially when I say I do Christian rap, because Christian
yeah,
rap nowadays is known for like being corny or whatever. And so when I say I make Christian rap, they already have this idea in their head like, oh, it's gonna be a little corny or whatever. But then when they listen to it, they're like, oh, it's not like that's not corny, like that's actual like heat. And so
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
love
usually
that.
how it is.
I love that. Now, you're signed with the label now though, aren't you?
Yes,
But tell me
ma'am.
more about the label. How'd you get signed?
Shout out BCA Records, right? Yo, that's my label. Shout out Mr. Bill. That's my dog. Shout out his wife and his family. Yeah. So how that all came about, right? So let me tell
Mhm,
you how God be working. This whole music thing, this whole life thing is strictly because God be working.
mhm,
So how I got introduced to Mr. Bill, who's the CEO of BCA Records. Uh, he is actually my dad's uncle, so like my great uncle, like friend from high school as well.
okay.
And so they fell off, they left contact, all that stuff. They had a homecoming, high school homecoming. They reunited, became friends again. And then like a few years later, that's when I started picking up on this music thing. And so, obviously me and my dad are telling my family members, which includes his uncle. And his
Mhm.
uncle told Mr. Bill. And then Mr. Bill wanted to see what I was about because, he wasn't just gonna sign me because he knows the guy's like
Right.
great uncle. So I flew to Delaware, introduced myself to Mr. Bill. We was in the studio. He had me show him his songs. He had me record a song right there. And then we was just talking, negotiating all that stuff. And then he
Yeah.
signed me. And so yes,
Awesome.
ma'am.
Now you have songs like It Was Me and Since 18. Were those personal stories or was it something that you were just rapping about?
Yes, man. So almost all my songs are personal stories, like
Okay.
especially those two. Like those bite me my hardest hitting testimonies in that song. Cause they just talk about like what I've been through, like when I gave up on God, like
Mm,
when God called me back to him. Like since
mm,
18 is literally about like what I was going through at 18 years old. And I was like, since 18, I've been scared to die. And so it's like things that was happening. I was like, Dawson, since 18 years old, I've been through this, and it changed my mindset about life, changed my mindset about God, and it's like that's the reason why I am now. And so, like,
yeah.
if you listen to my songs for real, you can low key get my whole background story and how I
Mm.
am the way I am today.
Well, that just means everybody that's watching and everybody that's listening, that means you need to go pick this up. That's what you need to do. You're gonna need to check it out and pick it up so you can hear the whole story. Do you get people coming up to you and say, when they listen to your music and say they identify with you, they're like, "Man, you talked about something that, you know, I'm going through or I used to go through, so you touch me." Do you get that?
Yeah, I actually do get that a lot because I like to call my music the bridge. And what I mean by that is like I rap about God and how good God is, but I also rap about how flawed I am and how
Mm,
sometimes I choose to do me instead of doing what God called me to do.
yeah.
And so when you're in church or you listen to gospel music or you love to Christian rap, you'll hear about them rap about how good God is and how God got you and you're not gonna turn your back on God and you and God are locked in and all that stuff. but
Yeah.
you don't really hear about people talk about like, yes, God is all those things, but I can't get it together myself.
Mm.
And so I feel like when people hear about that stuff, like they hear my music and hear how good God is, but at the same time hear about how I'm messing up,
Yeah.
like because that's just who I am. I mess up, and so when
Mm.
people hear those two together, which I feel like that's not spoke of enough, they're gonna be like,
Right.
oh, like that's real, like that's real life that happens to us.
I agree. I agree. Interesting. So, how would you describe your style? Does it is it like is it more hardcore? Forgive me because I'm not a rapper. So look, I feel
Right.
crazy asking that, but is there a way that people describe you or you would describe your music?
They say my music is like energetic, like it's full of
Okay.
energy. Like whenever I perform, I go on stage, go to a church and perform, go to an open mic and perform. The compliments I receive every time is, "Oh, I love your energy. I love your energy." And so
Yeah.
I feel like if you like trying to move, you trying to get up, you trying to praise, you trying to worship, like stand on your feet, that's the type of music I got for you.
Yeah, and I can see that. I don't need I haven't I've never heard you, live, but your energy is actually jumping off this screen right here. So
Yes,
I can
man.
definitely tell you have that type of energy on stage.
Yes,
Now,
man.
did you ever feel any pressure to sound a certain way? Do people say,
Uh,
"Man, people, you know
it,
what I'm talking
yeah,
about."
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was never like external pressure though. Like, of course,
Okay.
I feel pressure to sound good and make the best
Yeah.
music that I could do, but it's never been like someone else saying, "Oh, you need to do this better," or "Oh, you need to sound like this more, you need to sound like that more." It's always
Mm.
just like me, like in my head, thinking like, "Oh, this don't sound right. Let me improve this. Let me improve
Yeah.
that." And it's never like me competing with my peers or anyone else around me. It's always like, oh, this last song was good. I can outdo that last song though.
Mm. Hmm. Did you have any influences, any other Christian rappers that influenced you along the way?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna reveal a secret. I
Okay.
really do not listen to Christian rap like that. I really don't.
Okay.
But I like rappers that influenced me on this journey would have to be like Rod Wave and like Kanye West before he went crazy though.
Yeah.
But
The same Kanye
yeah, the same
West.
Kanye. And the
No,
reason
I
why
think that's interesting though. Go ahead. I'm
yes,
sorry.
ma'am. And the reason why I give those two answers is because Rod Wave and Kanye West, they rap about like the life they live, like they on the streets, they doing this with girls, this, that, and the other. But then in a song, like every other song or so, they'll rap about how good God is and like how God saved them. Like they'll drop a little innuendo about God.
Yeah,
And my music kind of flips that on its head, where it's like I'm rapping about how good God is, but at the same time, I'm gonna rap about my life too.
got it.
And so I
Got
kind
it.
of like see their vision and I kind of
Hmm.
just flip it on its head.
But you know what? I kind of like the fact that you said you don't listen to Christian rap. Not the fact that that you're like I'm not listening to that. What I mean is because you don't listen to it as much, but you rap about it. To me, that means that it's real for you.
Right,
It's not,
right.
you know what I mean? It's not something that you saw and was like, "Oh, that's cool." But you rap about God because that's something that's real for you. So that I actually love that about it, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It is real life. It's real life.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's talk about some challenges. What's been one of your did you have a moment um that you don't have to go too personal, but did you have a moment that almost broke you and maybe your music has helped you come out of that, or maybe writing has helped you come out of that? Did you have any kind of moments like that?
Yeah, and I write about that in my songs.
Yeah.
Now just when I got out of high school, I went
Mhm,
through like a crazy breakup. Like I'm telling you, like basically, being young, dumb, and in love, I rooted
mhm,
like my foundation in this person. And this person was actually the person that got me closer to God in the first place.
mm,
And so when me and her split up, like it rocked my identity and myself. Like I'm thinking
mm,
I'm building something with this person. And the person I'm building with ain't there no more. This
yeah,
person like helped me put my foundation in Christ. Now the person that built this foundation ain't there no more. So it was making me mad at the world, making me mad at God. Like I had to I stepped away from the church. I stopped going to church for a little bit. And it literally just rocked my world. And so that's when I started writing for real. Like that's when I dropped my album, like right after that. And then I wrote my 2 EPs after that. And that just influenced who I am as a person, because it made me think like, like life ain't that deep all the time. Like, and so it just changed my worldview on things. And that's how I got out of that, through the music.
So what music do you have out there now that we can take a look at and stuff like that? Where can we go? What can we do?
Oh, so y'all can go on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Amazon Music. Y'all can go anywhere, really. I'm not gonna lie. Type in my name, Shamizee, Shamizee, and I'm gonna pop up. Y'all gonna see me on there, and just click it, stream it. Let me know.
Awesome. Any new music coming out?
Yes, ma'am. I'm working on an album as we speak right now. It's gonna be called Me Versus Us. And the reason why it's called that is because, the demons in the Bible, they refer to them as multiple. They say we are legion. And so the idea is me, like Shamizee, versus us, the demons that be in Shamizee.
Yeah.
But that's my internal battle. So you're gonna hear a lot about like things that I go through, my daily, pick up your cross daily. It's gonna be stories about me not wanting to pick up my cross daily, picking up that cross too hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it's just gonna be me rapping about my life and my decisions that I make.
What would you say to other people that's your age or not your age, if they want to get into Christian rap and stuff like that? What do you think you would want to say to them? Is it all good times, or is it back and forth? Is it what kind of words would you want to give to somebody that wants to do the same thing you do?
I wants to do Christian rap. I would tell them, be genuine. Be genuine. Like I can't stand a capper rapper. Like I can't do that. Like you gotta, especially Christian rap. First thing first, you gotta pray. Tell the Lord to give you some heat. He the creator of music, so he know what's fire or not. And so pray to God, read your book, and just rap about how God affects you. Like obviously everybody know God is good, God is great, but we trying to hear trials and tribulations that prove that God is good and God is great. That's what we trying to hear. Like everybody know the basics. We want to know the specifics.
How far do you want to go with your career?
As far as the good Lord let me, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first started doing it, like as we discussed, like I was just trying to get over something. So it just started as like a little hobby. Like I would record at my friend's house. I didn't really have a studio, and I didn't really care to find one. Like I was just chilling. But now it's getting more serious. I'm picking up traction. Like people are flying me out of state. Like churches are hitting me up. Like I'm not really I'm still hitting people up to go perform, but now people are also hitting me up to come perform for them. And so I'm just gonna take it where the Lord let me.
Yeah. All right, now look, I'm a big believer in shout outs.
Yes,
I'm a
ma'am.
big believer and nobody does it by themselves. So shout out who you need to shout out. Thank you who you need to thank you. Go ahead.
First things first, y'all already know. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Couldn't do it by myself, bro. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The Lord has kept me, and I can't explain why he kept me, dog. And then I'm gonna have to shout out my Duke, shout out my mama, shout out my dad, shout out my big brother. They hold down the fort. My dad, he do everything logistically. He gonna make something work. He gonna reach out to somebody. He gonna find a connect. He gonna do that. He the best when it comes to that. My mama, she holding me down emotionally, mentally, because sometimes it gets a lot, especially when I got like example, last semester I had a performance the day before my final, and I was panicking, and it was my calculus final too.
Oh
So
Lord.
I was I was going through it like my brain couldn't take it no more. You know, my mama on the phone with me, she talking to me, so she holding me down emotionally. And my brother just always there with me, always giving support, always reposting my music. He just good big brother, you know. And all my friends, you know, my homies in Atlanta, my homies in Florida, Jose, Jeremiah, Salty,
Yeah.
Joseph, Aiden's, London, like my whole friend group, they just keep me grounded. I kid you not. I don't know where I'd be without my support team.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I want to make sure that we capture everything. Is there anything else that you want to say before we get out of here today?
Nah, I mean I said everything I really wanted to say. I just wanted to say I like keep it pushing. We in a spiritual battle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You think following God is hard, it's cause it is hard.
Mm,
We not of this world. So
yeah,
we trying to do things in this world and we not of this world. So that's why it's gonna be difficult. But you
I
know,
hear
we
you.
just gotta keep grinding, keep our head in that good book,
Yeah.
and you know, keep praising God. He's worthy of praise.
Amen. With on that note, everybody, we want to thank Shamizee for coming in. I'm gonna make sure I got all his links at the bottom so you can check him out. Make sure you support. Don't just hit the like button, just go ahead and support him and follow him. And we wish you so much success, Shamizee.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Talk to you later. Talk to you
All
guys
right.
later. Bye bye.